Now, I know there aren't as many boxes as there usually are for Giga hauls, but there do still be a lot of cars. Oh my god. Prototypes, customs, color changers, mini racers, super chases, ornaments? Yeah, we're in good shape. Alright, welcome to Giga Haul Part 32. Wow, that's a lot of Giga Hauls, but we're not messing around today. We're going to dive right on into the action. You guys know how I like to do it. Save the best stuff for last. So you're going to want to stick around throughout the entirety of this video. Don't click off early because the good stuff, yeah, I'm going to try and keep a lot of it for the end of this video. Obviously, I guess you could skip ahead, but there's going to be good stuff early on too. So just watch the whole thing, grab a snack, sit back, and enjoy. We're going to start with some 2025 Mini Racer 3-packs. They changed up the packaging for the new year, and it looks absolutely incredible. There aren't any actual new minis in these 3-packs, so the reason I really bought these was because the packaging looks that good. You have like these animated renderings of all the minis, right? It's just beautiful. I love it. I love the eyes. Kind of gives me like Japanese anime vibes. But yeah, you got McQueen there, Cars 3 version of him, Mater, Flo, Dinoco Cruz. I love how they're all looking at you too. So you have Cruz looking off to her side, Sally looking off, Rotor Turboski back there looking dead at you. And you got some kind of cooler ones in the back, Tractor, DJ Wingo, and of course, they put Todd in. They know the power of Todd as a cameo, as a mini, you know, whatever it is, Todd has weight to him. And so, yeah, they slipped him in there in the back. I just find that awesome. So this mini pack doesn't include anything new. Like I said, Mater has been released before. Carla, I think, you know, not only have these been in the singles, but they've also been in other 3-packs in that big 10-pack as well. And yeah, as you can see on the back here, none of them are highlighted. That would have indicated that they are new. Probably the best pack in this wave, though, is the tuner pack. It's not Rod, Wingo, and DJ. They didn't shaft us by giving us, you know, a Mater in here or a Sheriff, like they are prone to doing. You know, a DJ Snot Rod Sheriff or a DJ Wingo Sheriff. No. 3 tuners, 3-pack. I love it. Looks wonderful. You got DJ and Wingo on the package itself, so it comes together full circle. But begs the question, where is that Boost Mini Racer that they have yet to do? I think we're all kind of waiting for that right now at this point. Here we have Lightning McQueen from Cars 1, Dexter Hoover, that's Cars 1, and then we have Brick Yardley, who appears in Cars 3, so don't really understand this one. It's kind of probably one of their blunders in packaging this stuff together. I mean, if they made a Cars 3 McQueen, it still wouldn't have made sense. If they made it Rust-eze McQueen, still wouldn't have made sense because of Dexter Hoover. You know how you would have made sense? 2 things. Make it Cars 3 McQueen, make it Chris Rubstowski, bam, you got a new mini. Or you change just to James Clean Air. That would be pretty awesome. Would be pretty much the first Cars 1 stock car I think they would have ever done. So, I mean, obviously outside of the main character, so probably that's never going to happen. But we can hope. Now, I think they did do this combination last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but GRC, Miguel, Shu, and Jackson, really cool, I think, to see Jackson mingled with the World Grand Prix racers. But, yeah, like I said, I think they have done this one before. So, yeah, there you go. I did get 2 of the tuner pack because, like I said, I think it's the best. So I'm actually going to leave that back there for some background fodder. Now, a really cool facet and realm of the Cars world are these President's Ornaments or President's Edition. That is not what I wanted to do at all. But all good. President's Edition Ornaments, where they've done Mater, Lightning McQueen, who's the worst. Lightning McQueen, by the way, is just a regular Lightning McQueen. It's not Christmasified or holiday-fied at all. Luigi and Guido, Doc Hudson, Sheriff. Now, Doc is actually Fabulous Hudson Hornet, so it's the best. You know, objectively, the best ornament they've done because he's got the Fabulous Hudson Hornet decals. So it's different from like your decked out Doc Hudson from Mattel. The Sheriff is also a little bit different. It's got basically if the hood ornament, or not the hood ornament, the antenna in the back was a little bit more advanced in detail. It's really cool looking. Look it up online. There is one on eBay. They also did Fillmore and then Dusty Crop Hopper. So here's Mater. Basically, the reindeer version of Mater with not as large of off-road tires. He's got a gift that he's holding on to. And yeah, it just looks great. He's pivoted here. Really looks nice. I love the snow. And this is the first one I've ever gotten. You know, I really want Sheriff and Doc. Unfortunately, though, those, like I said, are, you know, the best and the rarest. So I might not be able to get those for quite some time. How is this guy nestled in here? Oh, there we go. Perfect. So yes, these are really cool. You can look them up. Some are a lot easier to get. Like Luigi and Guido are pretty doable. Here you have Dusty from Plains. Obviously, we're going to open this up and take a gander at him because, you know, you could actually argue that Dusty is, you know, maybe the best just because of the fact that, you know, they never did any Christmas Plains before. So this is kind of an attempt at that. And not only does he have the Santa hat there, but he's got Christmas lights underneath his wing, which is just beautiful. I love it. The antenna or the propeller does not rotate. This is an ornament, so it's not meant to be like, you know, played with or rolled around or anything like that, but pretty much the exact same scale as the 155 scale Mattel diecast. So, you know, it fits in really nice. Like if you really are kind of psychotic, but in a good way, kind of like me, but I don't have the, you know, gonads to do it. You know, clip off the little loophole here and somehow remove the gold hook loop there. And then you could really intertwine it and weave it in with your diecast and make it look like another variation. But obviously, I'm not going to do that. This one is pretty rare. This one is a good find. Really happy about these. Those are actually Christmas gifts from Mi Madre. I was very, very happy to have acquired, you know, some of those. You know, as you get older, you get less and less, like, car-type items. You know, obviously, back in the day when I was younger, I used to get a ton of cars, but the difference being back in the day my mom would like control, like I wouldn't be able to go to the stores after like November 17th, let's say, because, you know, she would then take over and try and get all the new stuff, and, you know, I wouldn't, you know, be out looking myself, and, you know, there wouldn't be any like double buying, you know, so everything on Christmas Day would be stuff that I didn't have. As time went on, though, that, you know, just didn't become feasible, and that doesn't happen anymore. So all the Cars items that she gets from me are stuff that I kind of pass on. They're like, hey, like, I would like this. This would be cool. Can you get this for me for Christmas? Christmas idea, whatever, you know. And then it just kind of is like not really surprised anymore. Kind of unfortunate how that's unfolded, but just, you know, it comes along with the territory of getting older. Now, this is pretty cool. If you guys know NCAP Cars, he does prints and, you know, really cool drawings, really cool graphics. I know he's done like Cars edits before, package edits maybe as well. And actually, I think he does a lot of like die-cast renderings of, you know, cars that, like stock images of cars from, you know, the movies or Cars on the Road that we haven't seen before, that are just, you know, completely, you know, they're pulled from, you know, the actual, you know, episodes and the movies, but Mattel hasn't done them yet. So really cool, you know, very creative and talented. And I wanted to get one of these prints here. I thought the Clutch Kringle one is just perfect. It's beautiful. And yeah, I need to find somewhere to display this thing. It's, you know, it's like on really good quality paper as well. So I really want to find a good spot for this. That will be displayed 24/7, no matter the fact that it's Christmas or not. I probably would like to get some more of these prints, get a little collection going. He does a really good job with those. So check him out on Instagram, YouTube, all of the above. What should we do next? How about some color changes? You guys know I've had a little bit of a 2011 color changer craze. There were some in the previous Giga haul. I got 5. I wish I had 6. I almost said 6. I have 5. I actually wish I had 7, because then hopefully that would have meant another 2-pack. I really want the Raul Francesco 2011 2-pack. A lot of people probably don't even know that exists. It's very, very rare, very scarce. Like, it's crazy how non-existent it really is. But one actually sold on eBay a few months ago. I missed it. The same seller, though, had this one, which is almost as rare. It might actually be produced in the same quantity as the Raul Francesco one. It might be just as quote-unquote scarce. but not as desirable just because Ramone and Sheriff are not as cool of character. Like, the Raoul color changer was released as a single, but was up in the, echelon with Color Changer's Axle Accelerator from 2010. Some of the rarest color changer singles ever. So scarce that people don't even know they exist, right? But these two they're not like that. So that's why this 2-pack's not quite as desirable as the Raul Francesco one, but still really cool. I think this Ramone is very underrated, going from that purple to a light blue. Just looks awesome. You can see in the rendering there. And the Sheriff going to a kind of tealish turquoise. Really nice. I love how they only show one car here on the front. It was weird, though, like that color changers are exclusive to Toys R Us come 2011. That was kind of a weird transition. Maybe that probably led to the death of them temporarily up until 2016, 2015 when they came back. Yeah, I think that actually I might be onto something there. But yeah, you can see Sheriff here. And these were the ones that include the brushes, so you can kind of paint. Brushes really didn't work all that well, though, if we're being honest. All right, I got some more. Some singles here, though. Now, Sheriff was done as a single here. This is the exact same version, though, that was in the 2-pack I just showed you, the teal. But I will say, it is kind of crazy now. They inverted the artwork. So the artwork, instead of having black in the front, has black in the back. And then you see more of him in teal, which I think is the way to go. You want to show more of the alternate color. I think that's more eye-catching. Kind of lures you in more to what you're buying. Like, yeah, this is a color changer. They really should be marketing that. So I don't know why the 2-pack inverted the artwork, but this looks really good. 2 paint jobs in one. Now, sometimes you'll get lucky, and the car in the blister is the changed color, but we just have a black, regular old plastic Sheriff in there. And on the back here, you can see some of the other rare singles like Daryl, Raul, Ramone. Those are all very rare. But I will say the one thing with these is that a lot of people who are selling them, they don't really know what they have. So you can find some good deals for these, but make no mistake, they are rare. Eventually they're going to really dry up. So here you do have Daryl. Got lucky with this one. He is purple in the blister, which is really cool. This purple Daryl is like the Cars 2 version of him. They did not do the purple version again. You can kind of see like a gray splotch behind the boogity boogity boogie. That's kind of weird looking there. It's like, yeah, skin pigmentation type issue. But yeah, it looks really good. Again, though, you got to make him purple in the front. What are we doing? Can we figure it out? I do really want that Ramone single. And obviously, I actually already have the Raul single. But yeah, the Francesco Raul 2-pack would be awesome. This is a step closer to that. This is the Francesco single. See, they got it right with him, putting the white there in the front. Now, the plastic Francescos, and this is not just color changers, but if you get a Francesco in a playset, he always has the raised side view mirrors that are accurate to the movie. They seem, more legit instead of just kind of the blobs that they give him on the diecast version of Francesco. So I always appreciate that when I see a plastic Francesco Bernoulli. It makes me want to open one, but I certainly won't be opening this one. They also did these 3 as singles. Sarge, I have. Would like to get these. That McQueen's awesome. Yellow to black. Such a great color combo. And then Finn. Brown was a weird color choice for him, but it's kind of iconic. Just a poo Finn. Excuse me, guys. All right, let's move on. I have finally started to find, by the way, Danny Swervez, the new NASCAR version of him at Walmart. One at a time. It's weird. I'll go to the store, one, go to another Walmart, one, gone back to a Walmart, here's another one. So he hasn't been hard to find, but definitely not as abundant as all the other NASCAR singles in this second iteration of the line. All right, where should we go to next? How about a couple scores from the good old AstroSmokey down in Australia, member of Collectors Link, great YouTuber. Definitely check him out. Make some great content gaming-wise. And also diecast reviews. He's always the first to get stuff. So if you want to check it out, he's the place to go. He also hooks me up with some really good cars from time to time, and more often, more lately, he has been hooking me up with a lot. Here is a very boring International Claude Scruggs leak list from 2007. The reason I say boring is because you really can't tell that it's international, right? Like, made in Thailand, though. I didn't think they did any 2007 Thailands. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess this is international, but is it, though? Like, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Like, usually the name tag would feature a couple other languages, a couple other translations of the name, but maybe because leak list is like a pronoun, you could translate that, though. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you don't want to translate that because it's not like they're going to translate the text on the diecast. Unlike with Lightning McQueen, it's a little different. You can translate lightning. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this is international, but I'd have to see it side by side. Really cool to see all these old stock images, though. Like leak list there. They do not use that one anymore. They do not use that McQueen one. Some of these, though, do like kind of find themselves in use. Like brand new Mater, the purple Ramone boost, and Fabulous Hudson Hornet up there. Those still kind of like float around. You'll see them every once in a while. Some of these, though, are so like that Sheriff with those eyes. Lizzie with those eyes. Sally looking off to the side. That's kind of a cool prototype there. Some of these actually materialize. Like I have that Chick Hicks, which is pretty awesome. Some of you guys probably remember that from old videos. Now, it wouldn't be an AstroSmokey score really without having some Australian influence, and this was a big one. This was a big Australian share of the haul. It's like 70% of the entire cost was allocated on Frosties here. I do love Frosty. This is the rarest 2012 Super Chase that Mattel did. I don't know why it really became this rare. Maybe because, Frosty is the most popular of, Flash, Longe, Vitaly Petrov, Memo Rojas Jr. He's definitely, by far the most popular. Australia has a huge following for cars. They gave these away down there, or not really gave them away, but I remember they used to have like signing events for these where Mark Frosty Winterbomb would come out to like a Target store. I think that's accurate. But yeah, this is really cool to finally get one in the package on like a mint card too. You gotta be careful though. You'll see a lot of fakes of these in the package, which is, unusual. Like a lot of the fakes out there in the cars world are never in the package. They don't fake the package. But because these 5 Super Chases from 2012 were on just such another tier of existence, they faked them out of your ears every way possible. Loose, packaged. They're changing up rims on Memo, so you got easy ways to tell that they're fake. The package ones are hard, but unless there is one, I think it might be Flash. Every 2012 Super Chase, besides I think Flash, is angled in the blister like this. Angled. You can see it's angled, right? That's not angled. This is angled. The fakes are not angled. Also, the quality of the graphics on the card, they're going to be a little fuzzy. It's not going to be as crisp as this. Now, I know that's harder to tell without seeing them side by side, but there's one, like I said, I think it might be Flash. Oh, my God. Oh, God, it's so hard. I can't believe I'm not remembering. I think it's Flash. The real version's not angled. The fake version's not angled. But for Frosty, Longa, Vitaly, and Memo, I do believe all of those by Mattel, real deal, are angled in the blister. Easiest way to tell what is legit and what's not. I love the card back here where it just shows Frosty. So cool. It looks like the axle is longer though, like that tire's popping out, as seen in the Australian version of the movie. That's so cool. So cool. Back in the day, these were so hard to find for me that I thought they were only released in their respective countries. You know how dumb that... Now, maybe you thought that too. I'm not saying you're dumb. Because I thought it when I was younger. I thought this until like 2016. Clearly, that didn't end up being true, except for some of these Frosties that were, yes, only released in Australia. But let me tell you something. Longa was not only released in China. Vitaly Petrov was not only released in Russia. Flash was not only released in Sweden. In fact, there really aren't any cars released in China or Russia. So, yeah, not a great brain effort on my part there. But here we are. Yeah, this car, though, was only released in Australia. Frosty with metallic finish. Call him Silver Frosty. Call him Silver Frosty. I don't know what we're doing, but this was the first variant of Frosty that they did. Obviously, they went on to do Ice Racer Frosty. Well, actually, yeah, Neon, Ice, and then Carbon. Skimped out on the Carnival version, but you might see a custom version of that on my channel in the future. Again, same exact stuff. Just him in the back as the Australian version of the movie. Well, what movie? It's not Cars. It's Cars 2. I don't know why they're not specifying that. And speak of the devil, why not one more? Here is your special icy edition of Frosty. These blisters were so cool, the way that they do like the rough ice. That is so awesome. So creative. This one's not as rare as the silver version, which is not as rare as the original version. And the neon version is not very rare either. But only released in Australia were these Frosties. And hey, on the back, first time ever, they're not just showing Frosty. I don't know what the neon card back looks like, though. I forgot. But yeah, this was such a cool series. I remember collecting these vigorously. And the last, I believe, AstroSmokey ad was Longa here. Again, just piecing together some of these 2012 Super Chases, getting them in the package. You could see angled. So it's not Longa. It's probably Flash, I believe, because he was the first one that wasn't angled. But the reason I thought they were only released in China because of the fact they changed the text to Chinese language on here. I mean, that's a really cool touch, actually. It's a really, really cool touch. But no. Yeah, they were released in the U.S. Very rare. I know these were found in like Big Lots. Distribution 2012 was the worst it was ever. Like, it was the trough in terms of distribution in the entire Cars Diecast line. And there's really no disputing that, even if you lived in California, Texas, and some of the other historically better places to live for Cars distribution. It was bad all around, worse in some areas. But yeah, that was released in like a twin case, not a Chinese exclusive case. Hey, Battle Force 5 item. Haven't had one of these in a while. I've kind of gotten everything I've needed, and the stuff I do need is extremely, extremely rare. Like this one. I needed a Vylirex in the package. Finally got one. I actually traded one of my loose Vylirexes and some money in order to get this. Don't worry, it was not a one-to-one like, hey, I'm going to give you a loose Vylirex. You're going to give me a packaged one. Yippee. No, I also sent him a sizable amount of cash to get this. And yeah, he's pretty good condition. I love it. Going to have to find a good spot to display this along with my packaged, Venicus and, Primeval and Reptile and all that stuff. So now what I really would like is a Zendril. I really would like a... What would I like? I think I want a Reptile Loose. A Reptile Loose would be pretty sweet. I think I have a split wire loose. Yeah, I do have a split wire loose, so I'm good on that. I have a split wire packaged. Primeval, have those down. I need to get a Cyfurious loose, which is easy to do. But yeah, for Battle Force 5 fans out there, you know what I'm talking about. Let's get on with some prototypes, shall we? Packaged prototypes, those are very, very hard to come by. In fact, a lot of the time, the people who sneak out or, whatever they do, maybe not sneaky, maybe they just walk in broad daylight out of the factory with these in hand. I don't know how it works. I really don't. I just buy them. But I have seen a lot of people, a lot of my contacts will get packaged stuff or have pictures of packaged stuff, but by the time they get it, it's been opened. I hear it's easier to get it out of the factory when it's out of the package, and yeah, it makes sense. It's easier to put a 155 scale diecast car in your pocket rather than a big old carded car like this, right? But some of it has still leaked out, and I have, I think I had a Mario Andretti from 2025 I showed in the last Giga haul. Here is a D100 Ramone from 2023 that is coded. It's really cool that they package up some of these coded cars. It's very strange. It doesn't really feel right. But it happens. It has a date stamp. A lot of the coded Thailand cars have date stamps still, which is just how they do it. Yeah, really cool. Put this one on protector right away. And I think I have some other D100s. A lot, for whatever reason, of D100s snuck out packaged and coated. Like, I don't know what it was about them, but that is one of the quote-unquote easier packaged prototype categories to pull from. What should we go to next? How about, like, let's just rip into some of these. You know what? Customs first. Jim Scavenger Customs first. These are... He always changes up the package on me. I swear, he always does. This is pretty clever, though. You kind of got them, like, in a display, airtight. Easy to open, I think. I would assume, I hope. Yeah, look how easy that was. I just love the expression on this guy. It fits the paint job. I think I have one similar to this, but not exactly the same. Obviously, this is a Thailand version of McQueen now. It's like Determined Lightning McQueen, Red Dynaco Lightning McQueen. I love it. You'll see a review of it eventually on my channel, probably in a few months, maybe a few years. Hopefully not, though. But a lot of these like McQueen customs I get from Jim Scavenger, I end up not like reviewing. Like, there's a whole bunch that I could do that are just waiting in the wings for one day to get their spotlight. But it's a process, you know. I gotta create the thumbnail graphics, and then I eventually gotta record the video, and then I gotta edit it and then upload it. So it's a whole process. But this one you'll probably see sooner. It's a little more unique, and that is, there's a lot of descriptors here, so I need to gather myself first before I think about what I'm going to say to describe this one. This would be considered a next-gen NASCAR V2 Lightning McQueen. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Jim Scavenger did like a NASCAR version of Lightning McQueen back in the day when, or a next-gen NASCAR version. Yeah, I reviewed that on my channel, actually. Yeah, I have that. You know, when the first version of NASCAR Lightning McQueen came out several years ago, and now here is your NASCAR next gen of the new version. I love the gold stripe here on the bottom. That's so cool. And you got black wheels. Yeah, this looks great. I will be reviewing this one assuredly. All right, now I actually have an Air. I have an Air, I believe, in this box from none other than GetMeCollecitlbes, by the way. Check out his eBay store linked in the description below. He's awesome. He's got everything you could possibly ask for almost on his eBay store. But chances are what you're looking for, you'll find on there. And this is my favorite kind of Air. You guys know what it is already. It's a no eyes Air. Boom. Just ghost. Blank white there right across the windshield. That's a long windshield. Goes to show how long that windshield piece actually is when you see it just all in one color there. Yeah, this is really cool. Love it. This is like the 2022 version of Ramone, I think. Yep. Nice. So yeah, really happy about this. Obviously, this will be slapped in the protector as well. And yeah, we'll go with my Air collection, which I actually showed in its entirety last year, right around this time, maybe in February or March. Showed you guys my entire Air collection. I haven't gotten all that many since that video, so don't worry about it being like outdated. I've probably only gotten like 5 Airs since then, and all of them have been shown in Giga hauls. Let's move on, though. We're going to start with a really fun prototype here. You guys might have actually seen this one on eBay. Again, a lot of people ask me, like, where do you get your prototypes? Where do you get all this rare stuff? You know, a lot of it, now granted, you know, a lot of the stuff you're going to see in this video did not come from eBay, but some of it is just, you know, publicly available on eBay for anyone to buy. And again, as I always say, it's more dangerous to sell on eBay than it is to buy. You could screw over a seller so much more easily than you can a buyer, just because eBay protects the buyer, favors the buyer in almost every situation. Now, granted, you can't go out of bounds and, you know, say you receive something, you know, damaged when it's not. You got to provide pictures and, you know, obviously, I guess you could say, well, you could just damage it yourself, and, you know, you can not necessarily, you know, who will know that it didn't happen in transit. Don't do that. It's really scumbag of you if you were to do that, and it'll catch up with you. You also obviously just can't say you didn't receive something, you know, because there's a tracking number that's there to prove otherwise. This is a Byron Crashforth prototype that is so unique. Like, they painted them in red. Like, this is wild. You got a blue base there, blue fin, which I think that's exactly how it looks. And I think the blown engine here maybe is missing a little detail. The eye plate here is the exact same, but seeing him painted in this full red is the wild part. Yeah, it's cool to see some Thailand prototypes like this sneaking out. Obviously, we have a ton of the coded Thailand prototypes, but more primitive prototypes from Thailand have been hard to come by compared to China. Maybe it's just a matter of time before more sneak out. Obviously, we can't really, a lot of us weren't around. Were there prototypes to be had from China in 2006 to 2009? I really don't think so. It was really around 2010. They didn't become as widely available until, I think, 2014. So it took some time. But obviously, the introduction, the connectivity, the internet helped with that as well. So there's a lot of factors involved with how prototypes have, gotten to the point where they are now. I think I have done a lot, honestly, to publicize prototypes, and I've hurt myself. I've made them more expensive for myself because now you got a lot of this stuff going for $200 to $300 on eBay. When back, trust me, 4 to 7 years ago. Nice sweet spot there. A little before then, and maybe you could say 2 to 3 years even. A lot cheaper. Stuff was a lot cheaper. So for better or for worse, this is just the world we live in. A couple Tomica stuff, actually. I think I will be prepared now to do my race and rescue, fire rescue, whatever, Tomica video, because I think, everything they're going to do from the series. I have Lightning McQueen, Mater, Luigi, Guido, Doc, Ramone here now, which is awesome. This is like Japanese cop car. So cool. It reminds me of that Bob Pulley custom that I have, Sunjin Go, like an orange, yellowish version of Bob Pulley, reviewed in the 12 Days of Christmas several years ago. Reminds me of that. Really cool. Love that they're doing stuff like this. Will the fire rescue Mattel stuff that we see later on this year be like that? Now, you might already have the answer. By the time you're watching this video, maybe it's already revealed. Will they be very similar to what we're seeing here from Tomica, or will it be a lot different? I don't know. I think it'll be kind of a mix of both original and pulled from this stuff here. Here you have Fillmore, though. Really cool. Red ambulance style. Love it. I love just full red. You got the Japanese text there on the side. Gotta need someone to translate that for me for sure. I can make an educated guess. But yeah, some of the stuff's just really wild, really out there, exotic. And just happy to see Tomica still plugging away, making good new stuff, even if it's not from a movie or a short, which is weird that they haven't done much from Cars on the Road. Speaking of long guy, I know we just talked about the original version. Well, here's a gold metallic version, super rare factory custom from about a decade ago, and maybe even a little older, but let's just say about a decade ago. A ton of weird mix match variant chrome factory custom World Grand Prix racers were produced. All factory customs. None of this stuff was handmade, right? And I say mix match weird variants because you'll find versions of some of these cars without decals, right? You'll find like a gold chrome Nigel Gearsley without any decals. It's just the body. Then you'll find one with decals. Then you'll find like a purple one. Is there one without decals? Yeah, probably. I think there is. Is there a blue chrome one without decals? Probably. Is there a blue chrome one with decals? Well, now I find a light blue Max Schnell without decals. There aren't. I'll tell you guys right now, there aren't any Max Schnell chrome factory customs with decals. Then there's a bunch for Jeff Corvette with and without decals. There's Miguel Camino without decals. Now, these Super Chase ones, though, there aren't any without decals. It's so weird, guys. It's a rabbit hole and a half. I'll have to do a video on it eventually. But I've shown some of these maybe years and years ago. I do have some of these. Now, for Longa, I have the silver version. So it's really cool to balance that out now with the gold version. Really happy to have finally gotten some of these here. And you can see it's a factory custom. I mean, he's using the purple plastic side view mirrors there from Max Schnell. So even though these are some of the best, in terms of factory custom quality. They're better than, the factory custom tractors or the yellow and pink Lightning McQueens that we see on eBay nowadays. They still have their flaws, though. They still certainly have their flaws, but this one's just absolutely beautiful. And I have a couple more here for you as well. Now, the Frosties always just weird, right? You'll find a lot more Longas, Vidleys, Memos, and Flashes in this chrome World Grand Prix factory custom world than you will Frosties. But there still do exist Frosties. That cough is just not leaving me today. You have the purple side view mirrors again, but again, just a beautiful gold version of Frosty. You could basically say this is a metallic version of him because of the fact that he's originally yellow. However, this is like the weird version where he doesn't have any decals. Like, he doesn't have his usual blue and white stars there on the back portion of him. That's just been converted to more blank yellow space here. So, yeah, very interesting, very cool. I will be reviewing all these at some point. Again, it might be years in the future, but at least you're seeing them here today. Here you have a gold chrome. So this is a slightly different style of paint than on those two, Flash and Longa. But same kind of vibe. Just a gold chrome Nigel Gearsley here with all of his decals intact. Really cool. Just beautiful. Gives me racing red vibes, but if it was gold. I actually have a red metallic version of Nigel Gearsley. I think I showed it to you in the Racing Red Tex Dynaco custom video. That's another video. I want to do videos on all this stuff. Every one of these deserves its own video and review, right? It's just going to take a long time to chip away at. This is one that I actually already had, but all of them were sold as a set, so I picked it up. Don't worry, though. I'm not complaining about having a second of such a beautiful car like that. Want to see a couple more? Well, sure. Here's a red metallic Vitaly Petrov. And again, you can just kind of say this is a metallic version of Vitaly Petrov. But the reason why I specify red here is because there's like 5 different colors that they did chromes of. There's like a purple, a blue, a red, a gold, a silver, I think, a chrome, right? So this is your red version. It just happens to be the same color as him normally. But yeah, because of that, he looks gorgeous. And again, you got the purple side view mirrors. Can we figure out the side view mirror problem? Probably not. I think every single one has purple Max Schnell side view mirrors. I get it, though. I understand. Just a beautiful car. Cannot wait to start reviewing these and bringing some attention to them. It's a facet, another facet. You have the presents, ornaments. Not many people know about those. Here's another facet not many people really know. They're very old. Like, these are over a decade old at this point. If the dialogue about them was if we were 10 years ago, you'd probably hear a little bit more about these. They probably were a little bit more readily available back then. Nowadays, they are very much so hard to come by and cost me an arm and a leg. I actually don't have arms or legs anymore. How'd you get this hand, though, Mr. Docketer? Oh, I don't know. Red metallic Longa here. By the way, it is Longa. It's not Longe. And that is officially verified by a Chinese person, just so you're aware. Again, beautiful car that comes across as just a metallic version of regular Longa. As you can see here. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Well, maybe if you had the proper wing and maybe if you had the proper side view mirrors, it'd look a little bit better. Yeah, the World Grand Prix wing is a little bit of a tough pill to swallow on some of these because none of them do have World Grand Prix on their wings, but still absolutely gorgeous. And again, it just shows, this is a factory custom. These weren't canceled cars. They never intended to do metallic versions of these Super Chase racers. Trust me. Okay. So, we're rattling through here. I know we're kind of taking a while, but some of this stuff really needs a lot of dialogue that I want to get through here. How about what's right in front of us here? You have Courtney Carspur, engineering tile and prototype, but he's also missing his black vinyl rooftop here, so it's a little bit more of a prototype. Not just the finalized version with a stamp. He's actually missing a part of him, and that is the painted black roof. Really cool, though. This is a car that I don't have open from Thailand, so it's kind of like two birds with one stone, and you're actually going to see that. Maybe I've already uploaded it, but we'll get to that actually in a little bit here. Here you have like a bare metal Lightning McQueen. It's probably a prototype of some sort of sample. I don't really know, but it's really cool to kind of see McQueen in this state. I feel like if Mattel just made these, they would sell really well, like how Hot Wheels does their Zamac Walmart exclusive versions. Yeah, this is really nice. Love seeing the red pop through and really serve as great contrast on the wheels, the window bars, and the eyelids there. Looking really good. So we like that. I have shown this in a video before on one of the 12 Days of Christmas, but here it is officially christened in a Giga Haul. And that is the upcoming Thailand variant of Lightning Ramone. Brand new Thailand variant. Now, I will say, this might be the finalized version, the finalized shade of him. It might not be. I mean, the window here looks weird with that blue piece. Now, he always does have that piece. Every Ramone does. But they're not usually as visible as this one is. So this might be, again, like Cartney, a little bit more of a prototype. Like even this version here of Ramone, just like your regular version, the piece is in there. Like, trust me, it is in there. You can't see it. Opaque windows. So you would think that this Ramone would have opaque windows instead of the transparent ones we're looking at here. I don't know. I've also seen a prototype, a coated prototype, where he looks like metallic, like he used to back when he was released from China. I will eventually have that, hopefully, to show you guys in the next Giga Haul. But for now, take it with a grain of salt. This might be the finalized version. It might not be. Regardless, it's a cool prototype to share. Here's another upcoming release that's actually hitting stores right now. Target stores in the US is getting Case Q. And the main feature is the Thailand variant, the Thailand debut of My Name Is Not Chuck. And this is, a great Thailand variant. I think it's one of the most popular characters, really iconic. I think they did a good job. But this prototype version looks really nice. So I expect the finalized version that eventually I'll review and open up, to be even better, right? So you got the code there on his hat, which is a plastic piece. Speaking of plastic pieces, he comes with a couple. He comes with a beautiful 95 tool card here. Well, let's put the code on that too. And, for good measures, put it on the tire stack as well. Really awesome that I got the full 3-piece set here, and each piece is stamped. That's just crazy to me. They don't have the same number, 0098, 0026. This one is 0026. So the wheels here, the tires, the only one that deviates. Well, actually, this one looks like T34A. Both of these were T30A. So all of them have mixed matching codes. That's pretty crazy, but really cool. One of my favorite new engineering prototypes because of the 3-piece action there. And here's another upcoming brand new Thailand variant. It's Acer. Yeah, I like him a lot. Green. It's hard to mess up Acer. He doesn't really have any decals. So Thailand has no decals to make blurry. You got the fishbowl license plate, which is a little blurry. And yeah, he's got transparent windows as well. Maybe we'll see that change for the finalized version. Like, this doesn't really look great here in the back. You can see where the metal is inserted there to latch onto the plastic window and all that. But yeah, I mean, Acer looks good, for his Thailand debut. All 3 of these, first time being released from Thailand. So there you have Acer. Let's keep plugging away here with these engineering prototypes. Here is Cruz Ramirez. This is just a regular Cruz Ramirez that I think will be the version you see in the Rust-eze Racing Center 5-pack with, I think it's Aiden and Gabriel, Lightning McQueen, and Sterling maybe. But yeah, this is a brand new version because of the date stamp there, T37A. Yeah, I mean, she looks fine. I think this the first version, the first time they've done Cruz, just a regular Cruz from Thailand? I think it might be. I think I saw Cars Diecast Reveal say something about that. So yeah, here it is. Well, I guess. Cool. All right, we'll take it. And probably clumsy drop it. I am clumsy, guys. It's bad. I got to work on it. Cruz Ramirez again, but Glow Racers this time. Stamped. For whatever reason, there are a lot of Glow Racer coded prototypes circulating about. Now, it's not like there's, a ton and they're easy to come by, but I've definitely seen way more glow racers than proportionate to like the main line, And obviously I haven't seen any NASCAR, which I think, don't they do those in Vietnam now? So they do, right? Is Danny over here in Vietnam? Yes, they make those in Vietnam. So that would be a whole different animal if I were to get a prototype. We know Vietnam does prototypes weird. Like, they're all black. And I don't know if you remember from a previous Giga haul when I had a bunch of them. They're all just the metal part, all black. And then the plastic pieces are, like, complete. It's so strange, but it's kind of a cool look. Here you have Muddy Rusty's Racing Center Lightning McQueen coded right there. This is the version from 2023. That was actually a pretty rare Thailand single. This is such a great release, by the way. They really did a great job with the mud there on the tires. The expression is a super underrated version of him. It's just unfortunate that they've kind of released him a lot now. They've done him 3 to 4 times, I believe. All right, keep plugging away Glow Racers. Here is Ryan Inside Laney as a Glow Racer as a coded prototype. Yeah, I mean, he looks solid. I love the orange on him. Oh, big chip there on the back. Not ideal. Not ideal. Oof. But hey, you guys know I don't mind, I guess. Maybe love's a little strong, but I don't mind when prototypes have a little damage. Gives them character. Here's another Glow Racer coated prototype. And you'll see jaundice in these eyes a lot more than on the finalized version. Like, the eyes are a lot more yellowy than the finalized version. So keep that in mind when you see some of these prototypes. The differences aren't just the fact that it has a code on it. There are subtle paint and coloring differences as well. And with the Glow Racers, the whites of the eyes are not as pure whites as the finalized versions. One more, I promise. Actually, no, I lied. There's 2 more. Here's Will Rush. This one doesn't roll because it's from the 4-pack. And so he actually already has the rubber bands kind of twisted and mangled in here, which is kind of cool. Again, something that adds character to this. And yeah, this one not quite as jaundiced, but you still got the code up there. And yeah, probably my favorite Glow Racer, I think. I just love the matrixy design of this. The yellow squares stand out so much more on the Glow Racer version than the regular version of Will. Let's just get done with all these Glow Racers. This one's really new. It's Ramone. Yeah, so I don't know when this Giga haul is coming out, but I do plan to have my review, I think, of Glow Racers Ramone out before this comes out. So this won't be anything too exciting if you saw that video. But yeah, I mean, this is the first time I've really taken a good look at the Glow Racer version of Ramone. They did this one plastic in a playset, and then, basically a year and a half later, they finally have done them as a die cast. And same thing with Jackson Storm, who they had done in a playset as well. But yeah, there's that thing in the back that I have been telling you guys about. You can see it's so strange. Like, the little pop-up in the interior doesn't really provide any value, but they still make an effort to include it in all their versions of Ramone. I do love the blue tires on him, though. So yes, we'll be excited to do my review on him. But, in real time, I actually don't have it yet. But like I said, based on scheduling and everything, I think I will have that video out before this one. Clovis Rider. Is this the new 2024, 2025? Yeah, it's a 2025 2-pack version with Fabulous Hudson Hornet. Really cool that they're bringing this guy back. I love him. And gives everyone a second chance after 2021. Same thing with Nick Schiff. They were in the same case, actually, together when they were first released in 2021. Here's a Thymic Missile from a couple years ago. This is the first time they did fin, though. Just a regular fin from Thailand. Remember, they had done the Palace Danger version of him starting back to 2020, but not the regular version. So here is that. Now we're going to get into some not as exciting characters, but, necessary. You have Dynaco Cruz Ramirez here with the metallic decals and all this. This one's also a couple years old because of the R. T is 2024. R is 2022. Here you have Fabulous Lightning McQueen. This is S. Yeah, so that would be 2023. Tim Treadless R35A 2022. A little while ago. All right, what am I doing here? Ryan Inside Laney. This is just not a Glow Racers version, just a regular version of Mr. Ryan there. This one's really old. N26A. Wow. I can't even count that far back. But yeah, really, I love the shade of orange on the Thailand versions of Ryan's. Always looks really good. Oh, God. It's a Road Trip Lightning McQueen, but it's coded, so it's okay. Yeah, a couple years. This was when he was first released in 2023. Here is the example of two birds with one stone I was talking about, by the way. I got Nate Stanchion here and Jessica Jam Patrol, released in a 2-pack several years ago. Where are they coded? I cannot tell, which is great almost. Is it good? Like you can see, yeah, it's there on the roof, like right where the smudge is. So because it's not as apparent as that, I'm going to review these as just a Thailand variant review. Obviously, it won't be an unboxing or anything, but it's so subtle that it doesn't take away from anything. You won't be able to really notice in the thumbnail unless the lighting gets weird and isolates it somehow. But yeah, you won't be able to notice in the thumbnail. It'll look like completely normal, and yeah, it'll be a good opportunity for me to review the Thailand versions of these two awesome, underrated characters without opening up an actual set. And again, like I said, two birds with one stone. Why would I want to open up a set anyways when I already have a set loose? They just have a couple slight codes on them because they're prototypes. Want to see more prototypes? I hope you do. Here's Nikki B. This is the new 2025 version of Nikki that is hitting stores right now with My Name Is Not Chuck. The highlights of Case Q. Nikki B. Really cool. This is one of my best scores as of late. Here is Mr. Ramone. This was from 2020. When was this one released? Because I know Green Ramone was released in 2021, but R would be too soon. I guess he must have gotten maybe a 5-pack release or something. I don't know. When was this Ramone from? Let me know, guys. Excuse me. Sorry. Cough is plaguing me today. All right, let's get into some more exciting prototypes. What do I mean by that? Primitive, bare, unpainted Chinese prototypes. This is Superfly, the rubber tire version from 2017, and it's coded as well. Sometimes we forget that, yeah, China had plenty of coded prototypes as well, but they were a little bit more basic, a little simpler. It was just usually one number from 0 to like 300 or so. I don't remember the maximum, the highest number I ever saw. This one's 8008. So, yeah, really cool. I love all the colors on him with the pink, purplish engine and wing there and blue base. Just really cool all around. Sticking with the Demolition Derby vibe, here is Taco. This one's a Thailand prototype, though, and you can tell because of the navy blue die-cast part and then the tan beige plastic parts. Now, again, this doesn't apply to all Thailand prototypes like we see here with Byron Crashforth. In fact, it's becoming less and less common for Thailand prototypes to have this color combo. But from like 2018 to 2021, 2022, the dark blue and the tan, highly, highly characteristic of a Thailand prototype. And this Taco here is no different. And he's even got a little piece of tape here with some information like the product code there. And it says like first PS. Not really sure what all that means, but I know the DXV39 is the Taco product code. Here we go. This one's pretty sick. This one is a Thailand prototype as well. And again, it's slightly off, but you do have kind of that navy blue and the beige. Like I said, though, it's slightly off. Like, it's not the really exact same shade. It's more of a yellow than the beige, but same idea. This one has the product code written there on the hood. Let me know what stock car this is for. Is this an Aiken Axler? Is this a Paunchy Wipeout? I really have no idea. Is it a Darren Leadfoot? You guys let me know your best guess in the comments below. Maybe it's impossible to find out. I don't know. I don't really care. But hey, I mean, if you can inform me about it and tell me why you think a certain character is this prototype, I am all ears for that. I think this is the last, just more primitive 155 scale prototype of the video, and it is Maddie McGear. I have like 2 prototypes of her already, but this one is painted differently. Made in Thailand. I love, again, just seeing the colors. This navy blue again popping up. But yeah, green here, red, slightly different shade of red there. Yeah, really cool for Maddie McGear. All right, guys, a couple more coded prototypes, and then we're going to launch into Mini Mania, basically. This is a little tease, though, for it. Is this Gary? Is this just the unnamed truck semi-cab? I don't know. I think we can all just agree happily his name is Gary and move on with life. Or is it a misspelling for Gray Hauler? We'll never know. But yeah, just coded from a few years ago when he was released. So random, by the way. I remember I reviewed this guy on his own because I got him well in advance of when he was actually released. But just so random for them to do this. I know they did Aaron kind of fast, but it feels still out of place. They haven't had anything that really matched this energy 155 scale wise. So yeah, I'm happy they did it, but still feels weird. And a code that buried the pedal from several years ago. Okay, not done. Coded Tyrannosaurus Rex here as well. This one's pretty cool to have a dyno code. I actually have a few dyno prototype minis. Probably, yeah, I think I've shown them all in one of the previous Giga hauls, but it's been a while. It's time for Mini Mania here, okay, guys? Time for Mini Mania. Lots of mini racer prototypes here and non-coded, but they're like the 155 scale ones I was showing you. Just primitive, just painted random, awesome, exotic colors. Let's rip through them all here. Here's one of my favorites. Strip Weathers, aka the King, in a red and blue. I absolutely love this. Just the dark metallic red with the blue, black tires. So cool. This one, you kind of get the best of both worlds. It's also coded. You got the blue there, yellow, Cruz Ramirez, blue on the base, 0074. Never really seen one like this where it's coded. It doesn't have the top line of the code. Like, even with these minis, you get 2 lines of code. The date stamp and then the, like, sample number, right? Here you just have the sample number. So it's interesting. It's obviously a little bit earlier in production than these, like the Bury the Pedal, who's fully painted and all that. So maybe that's why. Here you have a Mater in a beautiful sky blue with a dark blue or darker blue, towing cables and chrome base. So cool. You're going to see some crazy color combos in what I'm about to show you here. Like a black matte finish Cal Weathers with a chrome base. Yeah, put it in a bottle and pour it all over me, please. So cool. So cool to see something like that. Here's a Taco. A lot of these are going to have chrome bases. Second Taco prototype of the day. A lot of these also have blue interior pieces. We've now seen that with Cruz, Cal, and here with Taco. I guess Mater there kind of as well, but it's a little bit of a lighter blue, it seems. Weird shade, though. It's like a tan. Weird shade, though, for the diecast part. Yellow Fillmore. Blue base there. Really cool. Yeah, these are all... Oh, guys. See, I'm trying to, like, show you guys this properly with one hand. Make sure everything's focused, with another hand. So it lends itself. I'm also... Whenever I'm recording, like, I always look through the viewfinder, like the camera on my phone. Like, I am watching myself through a screen. I am not looking at my hand unadulterated, basically. I know it sounds weird, but that's what I do. I feel like a lot of people do you guys do that when you record? Like, are you looking through your phone? Are you looking through the viewfinder? Or are you looking in real life? I don't know. Chrome, light blue. This is very similar to the Mater I showed you for Mr. Chick Hicks here. Yeah, we're going to categorize these color-wise. Here's one that goes with Mr. the King. It's Mr. Smokey in a red metallic, chrome, blue. So cool. It's kind of weird that this King did not have a chrome base, but, you know, to be fair, this is way more of a metallic red than the King is. So I guess, I don't know, we can lightly categorize them together. Here's another Mater. This is more of a silvery blue, and this one's actually coated as well, like Cruz Ramirez. See, I haven't really looked at these all that much. I just opened them out of the box, because if we opened them all on camera, it would have taken 3 hours, approximately. It actually took me like an hour to open it all up. There have been boxes that have taken me like an hour to open. It's crazy. So I can't believe I've wasted so much of my time, but necessary evils. Here we have a white Cruz Ramirez, so similar to the yellow one, but not coated in white, obviously. Table's going to be such a mess. I'm trying to just put stuff down where there's an opening. This is gorgeous. A purple metallic Leroy Hemming with the blue interior piece, black wheels. Yeah, purple metallic, red metallic Smokey. These are probably your best, your top two so far, at least in my opinion. Well, maybe this one might take the cake a little bit because he's got Hot Wheels wheels. Look at that. That's so awesome. Deputy Lightning McQueen. Coated. Again, did not know that. Discovering alongside you guys. This is probably my least favorite. It's just Luigi's. Already yellow, like we already know that. It's probably not the correct shade of yellow, but he's got the blue interior and base pieces there. Oh no, we have another contender for the best one. It's a satin matte finish green Dr. Damage coated chrome base blue interior piece. It's just, oh my god. It's like, these are all legit, but it's like these prototypes were designed, right? You're thinking like, how do I make the best prototype? Well, let's take Dr. Damage. Let's make a metallic, like satin green. Give him a chrome base while we're at it. And a blue interior piece. Here's a blue Cal Weathers. I guess it technically could be like a Murray clutch burn. Coated. 007. Well, a lot in the 70s I feel like that we've seen here. Yeah, I mean, Dr. Damage was 77. That's interesting. Here we have a blue Ramone. Now, this is more of a teal, actually. Let me clarify. You can see here there is a difference in shade there. This one's far more green, more of a turquoise than the Cal Weathers. And you got the chrome base there. Very cool. Chrome base on a yellow Doc Hudson with a blue interior piece, black unpainted tires. So a lot of the same trends here. You got chrome bases, unpainted black tires, blue interior pieces. You got several now that are this yellow. But again, though, gotta be careful because these are two different shades of yellow. So yeah, you still can't really figure it all out. Get your finger on the pulse. Oh my goodness, is this the best one? Okay. Satin matte finish red, blue plastic pieces, coated in a very unique way across the windshield and roof there in like a orangish or a faint yellow text, much larger text than we've seen on these other ones that are coated. Just so unique and interesting. I love it. This is probably my favorite. I just can't believe something like this exists. All right. Here we have an orange Max Schnell. This is obviously the GRC version of him because they haven't done a regular version of Max Schnell. Or maybe this is an upcoming version. Oh, this one's also 77. What a coincidence. Maybe it's like a batch number. Maybe there's some correlation there to whoever obtained these is able to get the like 77 numbers. Like that's just what was popping. I don't know. Like there's got to be some correlation. It's such a coincidence that two of these minis in the same batch are the same number. That's just wild. Here's one that's unspun. It's not riveted together, so that's why you got the rubber bands here. A red, Danny Swervez or Barry DePedal, whoever it may be, probably Barry DePedal. Let me know in the comments. Also coated, kind of the black sheep of this family because of the red coloring that we don't really see, the white interior piece. We're not used to that, not used to a black base, not used to unspun. So this one's very different, stands out from the rest. Here you have a Cars 3 Lightning McQueen with headset. a car that they have not done 155 scale. And we're black to the blue interior pieces and the yellow die cast. Really cool to see what parts are die cast, what parts are plastic there. Yeah, interesting stuff. Here is another one with Hot Wheels tires. It's Rumbler Mater. This is also beautiful. But yeah, and that yellow blue combo wombo that we've gotten used to here. But yeah, those Hot Wheels wheels are just incredible. Love the spikes there. I think I've shown you guys all of them. My table's an absolute mess though right now. Got prototypes, minis, stuff just everywhere. Now I have saved the best for last, like I promised. I guess I did lie though when I said I wouldn't show any more of these 155 scale protos. There is one more, and it is the absolute best one. Maybe one of the best in my entire collection. Because this is not just a prototype, but it's a prototype of a canceled car, being Miguel Camino with flames. Blank there for a second. But now, not crazy colors on this guy. He's bare metal. You can really feel it too. You got gray side view mirrors, a blank kind of cream base there, completely blank, like nothing engraved yet. You got the red flames, which are just perfect, right? The perfect color for the flames. Black wing, which is almost like a laugh in the face of Mattel for the fact that they can never get Miguel Camino's spoiler color correct. Ever since he's been released in 2011 all the way up to now, his spoiler's been red, should be black. This is kind of like laughing, like, oh, yep, there's a black spoiler, but it's not actually going to be that way when we're done with you. So yeah, crazy, crazy add here to the collection. So happy to finally, I guess I really shouldn't say that. It's not like this has been something I've sought after, but just, it's a holy grail piece for sure. And that, I believe, is all I have for you guys in this installment of the Giga Haul. I know that was a lot. It was crazy. I think I'm just scanning my table. I don't want to not have shown you guys something, because then I'll diabolically put it in the thumbnail and you won't see it in the video, and you get all frazzled. And yeah. All right, guys. I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. What the hell else do I have to say besides appreciate your support. Y'all are the best. We'll see you next time. Thanks for sitting back and enjoying the entire hour and near 10 minutes of gigging. And I mean, those are the best kinds of videos. When I look for videos nowadays on YouTube, I want longer, so I could just put it on the background, put it on while I'm driving, drive a lot, so I need content to listen to. And it's the absolute worst when I run out and I'm scrambling to find something to listen to. I end up just listening to something I really don't care about because I just need something to listen to in the background. It's not always about the visual, and that's, obviously a lot of the stuff is, you want to see these prototypes, but it's not the worst thing to just listen to me talk. I feel like I've tried to do my best to be as entertaining as possible orally and not just visually showing you cars, right? But it helps. It helps too. I will see you guys next time. Bye now.